It is summer. It is hot. It is time to go to the pool. It's time to go to the beach, and it's time to read some summer romances. So of course, today's video is going to be a summer book recommendations video, and I'm going to tell you my summer TBR because I have a lot of books that I want to read this summer. We'll see if that actually happens. Also, you probably can hear Rosie like snoozing over here. She's hardcore snoring, but it's summer, it's time to read summer romances, and that means I'm going to tell you my favorite summer reads, summer book recommendations. So I'm gonna start with like really summery books. Like they're gonna give you like the beachy, the pool vibes, and then we're gonna get into some more emotional romances that still give you the summer vibes, and then I'm gonna give some that not necessarily are summery, but I just think would be good romances to read in the summer. I also have a bunch on my phone that I'll have to put on the screen because I don't have the physical copy. So let's get into it, shall we? My number one recommendation for this summer is Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. I think this is gonna be the book of the summer. I've said it multiple times. So I read this book in October. I got an ARC of it and I loved it so much. The only thing that would have made it better is if I read it in the summer, just because the vibes are giving summer romance, falling in love in the summer love. It's giving. You like this book? Yeah, you like this book? So this is a second chance romance, childhood friends to lovers, set in Long Island. It's about this girl named Sam. She lives in New York City. She has a fiance, and she goes home to Long Island for like a week in the summer to kind of plan the wedding, see her family, things like that. She hasn't been back in a long time. So when she gets there, she runs into her childhood love, Wyatt, and you get like the back and forth like timelines, but it's more in sections. Like you'll get a section of the past, a section of the present, and I'm pretty sure it's in third person, I want to say. I think some parts are in first person and some parts are in third person. I don't really know, but I love this book so much. Like the summer vibes are so good. It feels like you're at the beach, you're listening to the waves, you're in the ocean. It's just such a good book. It's also closed door, so if you don't like spice, this is the perfect book for you. She also wrote Nora Goes Off Script, which I recommended last year. Highly recommend that. Highly recommend this. It's just like the perfect summer read, and the cover is just so cute. So you should go read this immediately. Also, I forgot to say that I am trying to, one, not give recommendations that I already gave last year, so I will link my summer book recommendations video from 2022 below, because I don't want to like repeat myself. Some of these might be repetitive, but for the most part, these are books that I've read since then. I also am trying to give book recommendations that are not as popular because I feel like you just hear the same book recommendations over and over. Okay, so my next like best summer book recommendation is Our Final Love Song by N.S. Perkins. It actually comes out Tuesday the 20th, so by the time this video goes up, it will be out. I honestly was waiting to film this video because I wanted this book to be out when I posted this video because this is such a good book. It's like Camp Rock, but they're adults. Like, how fun is that? If you liked Camp Rock, you should totally read this book. It's about this couple who's like kind of having issues in their relationship, and they both play piano, and so they're going to this like music camp for the summer, and when they get there they go back in time a year, and so they're trying to figure out how to get back to the present. They're also trying to like fix the relationship. Jamie is trying to win back Emma. It is out now and it is so good. Highly recommend it. It has a little spice, but it's so good. I literally read it in like one day. It was so good, and I'm so happy that I got an ARC because it was so good. I love all of her books, but this one's like the perfect summer read. She also wrote The Infinity Between Us. I think I recommended that one last year, but this one is so good. I think my favorite of all of her books. It's incredible. Highly recommend. And then we have some pretty popular books, but I just love these so much. So we have It Happened One Summer, Hook, Line, and Sinker. This is like an interconnected standalone situation. And as you can see by the covers, they're like the perfect summer read. So cute. So basically the first one is about Piper. And basically Piper is a like LA socialite, and her stepdad forces her to go to this small town in Washington where her late father owns this business, and she has to work there for the summer, and she also brings along her sister Hannah. And while she's there, she meets Brendan, who is a crab fisherman, and you just see their romance. It's like Grumpy Sunshine, that kind of vibe. I really love this one. And then we have Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is about Piper's sister Hannah and Brendan's best friend Fox. This one's my favorite out of the two. It was so good. Like one of my favorite books of 2022. I loved it so much. It's like Friends to Lovers. So cute. Like literally obsessed with these books, but they are pretty spicy. But honestly, after reading Elsie Silver, this is mild, but it is still pretty spicy compared to like, I would say maybe like a 3 on the scale. Like it's pretty spicy, maybe a 2. I don't know. It's pretty spicy. So just beware of that. Then we have Dream On by Angie Hockman. This is such a cute romance. It's like a romance, but also more than a romance. Like, it's basically about this girl, Cass, who wakes up from a car accident and she remembers this guy named Devin, and her family is like, I don't know who that is. But that premise, like the story kind of goes from there, and it's just really, really good. I highly recommend it. Very different than most romances. There's also a flower shop and a flower festival, and it's just so, so cute. It takes place in the summer, and it's just a great summery read. Highly recommend. It's closed door, besides like one page in that blog, so loved it so much. Then we have The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This is also closed door. It is so, so cute. It's about this girl named Hannah, and she is a bodyguard or a executive protection agent, and she is tasked to protect Jack, who is a celebrity, and basically his family doesn't know he has a bodyguard, and he doesn't want them to know he has a bodyguard, so they pretend to be dating. They fake date on like the little area house where they live. And it's so, so good. Highly recommend. So cute, so fun. Just obsessed. I'm trying to go through these quick because I talk so much. Next, we're getting into the emotional romances. So Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is one of my favorite books of 2023. It is so, so good. I bet everyone is talking about this book in their summer book rec video, but it's literally so good. Any Emily Henry book is gonna be a great summer read, but I wanna give you all those because you already know them. Beach read, people we meet on vacation, book lovers, but this one is literally incredible. Like, you need this, grab this, take it to the pool, take it to the beach. It is so, so good. So this is about Harriet and Wynn, and they basically broke up, but didn't tell their friends, and so they go on this trip with their friends and have to pretend that they're still together. So, so good, but it's so much more than romance. It's like more about like friendship and nostalgia and growing up and finding yourself, and it's just so good. The writing is so good. Like, literally everything about this is incredible. Her writing is so, so good. I loved it so much and highly recommend it. It's my favorite Emily Henry book. Then we have another emotional romance, Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. This is such a great summer romance if you want an emotional one. It's about Bea, who had this tragic thing happen in her life, and she goes to live with her dad. And while she's there, she meets Samson, and she doesn't really want anything to do with him or anyone else. And you just kind of see her grow through everything that she's dealing with and all the trauma she's been through. And it's also taking place on like a beach house. And yeah, so really, really good summer vibes, but emotional. Loved it so much. Now these I'm gonna go through really quickly because they're not technically summary, but I just want you to read them. So Would You Rather by Alice and Ashley. Love this book. It's a marriage of convenience, friends to lovers, specifically best friends to lovers. It's so, so good. Loved it so much. And then of course we have to have Abby Jimenez. So we have Part of Your World and Yours Truly. Yours Truly is one of my favorite books literally of all time. Loved it so much, but you should definitely read both of these. This is a small town, and this is about the main girl character in this one, her best friend. They're both doctors in this one, and yeah, I feel like most people like might turn them off if it's about doctors, but I kind of forget that they're doctors because I think the romance in this book is so good. It touches on anxiety, social anxiety, things like that, and it's just so good. Abby Jimenez's books are incredible. Let's go on to the ones on my phone. First is The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I love this book. It was so cute, so fun. It's like basically this girl gets on a dating app and she matches with this guy that she's met before, and then they make a wager to see who can find love first. It's like friends to lovers. It's super, super cute. I liked it way more than I liked Mr. Wrong Number, so I highly recommend this one. It's so cute. And then we have Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. This is just like a fun romance, pretty spicy, but still I think it's such a good book. It's basically about Maggie, who is like renovating houses and also has a YouTube channel, and so she like films the whole process, and she buys this house to renovate, and when she's there in this like little small town, I think, she meets this contractor, and you know, you see what happens. It's pretty long, but it's just really good, really fun, feel good book. And speaking of Lucy Score, I also really recommend the Knock 'Em Out series, which is Things We Never Got Over and Things We Had From the Light. Both really, really good. Small town. The first one's gonna be sunshine. The second one is like a cop, and he's just having to deal with some trauma and things like that, and it's just really, really good. I highly recommend that series. It's just a fun, good time, and the third one comes out in September. Next is Per Molestimo by Juliana Smith. I love this book so much. I love her books so much. They're just so good. But this one is about Luke and Layla, and they work together. They're friends, but they kind of pull pranks on each other, and they're also in love with each other. They just haven't said anything. So, so good. Closed door, highly recommend. Next, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to say this for the beachy ones. But this one is Speechless by Lindsay Lanza, I think. I love this book so much. It's like the perfect summer read. Like if you're going to the pool, you should bring this book because it is so good. I feel like that's all I've said in this video. It's so good. But it's basically about this girl who is moving to LA. When she gets there, her friend is like, sorry, you can't live with me anymore. And the guy that she's on the plane with is like, hey, you can stay with me, who happens to also be like a famous piano player. And so she lives with him and his like roommates who are also like that work for him. but they're also friends, in a Malibu beach house. It's so good. So you get like the pool and the beach. I love this book so much and highly recommend you read it. It's perfect for summer. And I just think you'll have a great time. Love the romance, love the summer vibes. I think I only have one left, and that is the Chestnut Spring series. I love this series, but I do have to say it's very spicy. The spiciest books I've ever read, so it makes Tessa Bailey mild, let's be honest. Like, it's very spicy, but I think they're fun country cowboy romances if you want that kind of vibe. There's bull riders, ranchers, professional hockey players, small town, ballerina. It's great. Highly recommend. It's so fun. I didn't love Reckless, but I loved all three of the other ones, so big fan. The fifth one comes out later this year. Okay guys, I literally forgot a book in this video. I don't know how, but I'm telling you a book that you need to read this summer. Another one besides what I just said in this video. The Two of Us by Taylor Torres. It's such a good book. Second chance romance, childhood friends to lovers, summer vibes. You need to read it. You'll binge it. You'll love it. If you liked Ever Summer After, Love in Other Words, you need to read this book. It's so good. I think that's all. Just want to add it here because I forgot. I cannot believe I forgot this book. It's one of my favorites. So go read it. Okay, that's all. Okay, now we're on to my summer TBR. I have some that I own and some that I don't own. Okay, first I have some that I bought when I was in Nashville, so you've probably seen these. We have Summer Reading by Jen McKinley. This is like a summer romance set in Martha's Vineyard. This girl meets a guy and he's a bookworm. She doesn't really like to read, and I think there's a mystery aspect. I don't really know. It sounds really good, and it's so cute. Look how cute the cover is. Then we have The Summer Job by Lizzie Dent. This is about Birdie, and I think she's like taking over her friend's like wine expert job. I don't really know, but it's set in the Scottish Highlands, and it just seems so cute and so fun. My friend Reagan recommended this, so how to get it, and I really want to read it this summer. And then we have The Singles Table by Sarah Desai. I don't really know. I don't think this is anything to do with summer, but I got it recently and I want to read it. It's about a lawyer. I don't really know. That's all I know, but I want to read that. And then we have Alex Approximately. This is a YA romance set in California, and basically she is writing with this guy and she ends up moving to his town, but she doesn't tell him, and then she meets this other guy at her job or something. I don't really know, but it sounds really good. And then I want to read Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Just borrowed this from the library and I really want to read it this summer. I loved her other books and I'm excited to see how this one is. It's obviously about science, that kind of stuff, but also just a cute, fun rom-com. Okay, let's see what else is on my phone. I want to read Float. I don't know who wrote these books. Literally, I'm the worst. I didn't write that down. Don't really know what that's about, but I want to read it. Also Love and Gelato, that takes place in Europe somewhere, I want to say. I don't really know, but it also is a movie, so I really want to read that. Two books by Morgan Matson, The Unexpected Everything and Second Chance Summer. My friend Zoe recommended those. I really want to read them. Don't really know anything about them. I think Second Chance Summer is more emotional. Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by, I think, Rachel and Solomon. I don't really know what this one's about either, but I want to read it. That's how I am when I do my TBR. I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but I want to read it. Then we have The Co-op. Also don't know what that's about, but I've heard good things. Our Scorching Summer. I've been seeing it everywhere lately, and I really want to read it. We have The Layover, which is by, I don't know, but I don't know. I literally don't know what it's about, but I want to read that. Bookshop by the Sea. I also don't know what it's about, but I remember reading the description when someone recommended it to me, and it sounds really good. So I want to read that. And then the Gold Rush Ranch series. It's like another ranch cowboy romance series by Elsie Silver, so I really want to read that. So I just talked a lot, threw a lot at you. I hope you're able to catch something. I'm glad I didn't do a whole video on my TBR because I literally don't know anything about the books that are on my TBR, but it's fine. That's all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm so thankful for you. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got a recommendation to read this summer. Let me know what summer books that you've read and that you've loved, and what's on your summer TBR. I would love to know. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon for my next video. Bye.